After 65, don't say these things about yourself in public. In public settings, the language we choose can either uplift us or diminish our confidence. By avoiding certain phrases and reframing our thoughts in a positive light, we not only preserve our dignity, but also open ourselves up to new possibilities. Below are 10 common habits that many people over 65 fall into, and ways to shift them for a more fulfilling, dignified, and positive aging experience. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.
1. Don't criticize younger generations. Build bridges instead. One of the easiest traps to fall into as we age is critiquing younger generations. It's tempting to compare the behaviors, values, and attitudes of younger people to those we grew up with, especially when the differences feel so stark. Many seniors find themselves saying things like, "Young people these days just don't respect their elders," or, "In my day, we worked harder and appreciated more." While it may feel like an observation rooted in experience, it often creates an emotional gap between you and those younger than you. Criticizing younger generations not only sets up barriers, but also prevents meaningful connections from forming. It can lead younger people to view you as out of touch or inflexible, which might deter them from engaging with you. At its worst, it can reinforce the stereotype that older adults are stuck in their ways and resistant to change. Instead of focusing on perceived negatives, embrace the opportunity to learn from the fresh perspectives younger generations offer. You might say, "There's a lot I can learn from how younger generations approach life," or "I'm inspired by how much today's youth are passionate about causes they believe in." This kind of openness fosters mutual respect and allows for conversations that bridge the gap between generations. Remember, intergenerational relationships can be incredibly enriching. Younger people benefit from your wisdom, and you, in turn, can gain new insights and even rediscover a youthful energy by understanding the world through their eyes. By shifting the narrative from criticism to curiosity, you open yourself up to deeper, more fulfilling connections.
2. Avoid complaining about your age. Embrace the journey instead. It's natural to feel the effects of aging, aches, slower movements, perhaps even frustration with tasks that used to be easy. But constantly complaining about being too old or lamenting the changes your body and mind are going through can have a far reaching negative impact. Comments like, "I'm too old to do that," or "I can't do anything like I used to," only serve to reinforce your own limitations and make others view you as less capable than you really are. When you complain about your age, you inadvertently give it more power over your life than it deserves. Age is a number, and while it certainly brings challenges, it also brings immense gifts: wisdom, experience, freedom from many of life's earlier pressures, and a perspective that younger people simply don't have yet. Instead of complaining, try reframing your thoughts. Consider saying, "I'm grateful for the life experiences that have shaped me," or "I'm still learning new things every day, and that keeps me feeling alive." These affirmations remind both you and others that aging doesn't mean the end of growth. It means evolving into a new, richer phase of life. Embrace aging as a privilege, something not everyone gets to experience. Celebrate the fact that you have more time to explore new hobbies, engage with family and friends, and perhaps even pursue dreams you put aside in your younger years. Age is not a burden, but a badge of honor that reflects a life full of learning, loving, and living. 3. Don't diminish your own value. Your worth is infinite. One of the hardest adjustments for many people after 65 is grappling with feelings of diminished value. Retirement can leave some feeling that they no longer contribute meaningfully to society, or that their purpose has lessened now that their children are grown and independent. But it's essential to remember that your value does not come from a job title or from your role as a caregiver. It comes from the totality of your experiences, the wisdom you've gathered, and the love you've shared with those around you. Saying things like, "I'm not as useful as I used to be," or I'm no longer needed undermines the incredible impact you've had and continue to have on the world. Every phase of life has its own unique value, and your contributions don't end when you stop working or when your children become adults. Rather than diminishing your worth, celebrate it. Tell yourself, I've lived a full life and I still have so much to offer. You might also say, my experiences and wisdom continue to make a difference. Whether it's mentoring younger people, volunteering, or simply being a source of love and support for friends and family, your value is timeless. Even the quiet moments you spend reflecting on your life or enjoying nature add meaning to the world around you. Your worth is not tied to productivity, it's tied to the essence of who you are. By embracing that, you can continue to live with purpose and inspire others to see the richness in their own lives, no matter their age. 4. Don't complain about your age. Embrace the gifts that come with aging. As the years pass, it's natural to notice changes in your body and abilities. Tasks that once felt easy may now require more effort, and the pace of life may feel different than it did in your younger years. However, constantly complaining about your age can foster a negative mindset, both for yourself and those around you. Statements like, I'm too old for that, or I'm not as strong as I used to be, can reinforce feelings of decline and make aging seem like a burden rather than a natural part of life. Complaining about your age not only impacts how you feel, but it can also influence how others perceive you. It can give the impression that you're focused solely on what you've lost, rather than appreciating the wisdom and freedom that come with getting older. Instead of lamenting the physical changes that come with age, try to embrace the benefits that it offers. You might say, with age comes wisdom and experience, or I've gained the freedom to focus on what truly matters to me. By shifting the narrative from loss to gain, you open yourself up to a more fulfilling perspective on aging. Age brings with it a deep reservoir of life experience, knowledge, and personal growth. It's a time when you can reflect on all that you've achieved and focus on the joys that come with a simpler, more intentional life. Whether it's the freedom from work related pressures, more time to spend with loved ones, or the opportunity to explore hobbies you've long wanted to pursue, aging offers its own set of rewards. Additionally, adopting a positive mindset about aging encourages others to see it in the same light. Instead of pushing people away with constant complaints, you invite them to appreciate the wisdom and joy that come with growing older. By saying things like, I'm still learning every day, or I'm enjoying this stage of life in new ways, you not only shift your own perspective, but also inspire others to think differently about what it means to age. Remember, aging is not just about physical changes, it's about evolving into a new chapter of life. Embracing it with grace and optimism allows you to live fully, appreciating the present while letting go of the need to compare it to the past. 5. Don't dwell too much on the past. Stay engaged in the present. As you grow older, it's common to look back on the past with fondness. Memories of earlier years, accomplishments, or cherished moments with family and friends are valuable treasures. However, constantly dwelling on how things were can prevent you from fully engaging with the present. Phrases like, things were better back in my day, or I miss how life used to be, can make it seem like you're stuck in the past and disconnected from the richness of life as it is today. While reminiscing has its place, it's important to balance those reflections with a focus on the present. Your past experiences have shaped who you are, but they don't have to define your current life. Staying engaged in the present helps you continue growing, experiencing, and enjoying the moments that are happening now. Instead of saying, back in my day, things were better, try, I'm enjoying what today has to offer and look forward to what's next. By focusing on the present, you stay connected to what is happening around you, whether it's new relationships, hobbies, or simply appreciating the small pleasures of everyday life. Being present also allows you to foster deeper connections with others. People are more drawn to conversations about what's happening now or what exciting things you're looking forward to than constant reflections on the past. Sharing your current interests, whether it's a book you're reading, a new hobby you've started, or a future trip you're planning, helps others see you as someone who is active, engaged, and continually evolving. Staying present doesn't mean you can't reminisce, but it does mean balancing your reflections with excitement for the future, saying, I'm grateful for all my experiences, but I'm also enjoying where I am now, shows a healthy relationship with both the past and present. It signals to others that you're still actively involved in life, open to new opportunities, and capable of finding joy in the here and now. By embracing the present and looking forward to what's next, you not only enrich your own life, but also demonstrate to others that life remains full of possibilities no matter your age. The past will always be a part of you, but the present is where new memories are made, and staying engaged in it allows you to continue growing and evolving.
6. Don't talk too much about health issues. Focus on well-being and positivity. As we age, health inevitably becomes a more prominent topic in our lives. Doctor's appointments, treatments, and physical challenges are part of the reality of growing older. However, talking too much about personal health issues in social settings can sometimes shift the tone of conversations into one of discomfort or concern. While sharing health updates with close family or trusted friends is important, constantly bringing up health ailments in public conversations can leave others unsure of how to respond and may even change how they perceive you. Statements like, I'm always at the doctor's, or I can't do what I used to because of my health, tend to focus on limitations. While it's natural to think about health, especially if it's on your mind, overly discussing it can create a sense of helplessness. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, try emphasizing the positive aspects of your well-being. If someone asks how you're feeling, instead of listing ailments, you might say, I'm doing well today and enjoying my time with family. Or, I'm finding ways to stay active and engaged in what I love. Shifting the conversation toward well-being not only uplifts your own mood, but also helps others feel more comfortable engaging with you. It reminds both you and those around you that health is just one part of your life, not the defining factor. Keeping the focus on what's good, whether it's mental clarity, emotional fulfillment, or moments of physical strength, reinforces resilience and positivity. This approach helps maintain dignity and invites others to see you as someone who is thriving despite health challenges. It's also worth remembering that health discussions can be emotionally heavy, especially in group settings. Reserving more personal and detailed conversations about health for close family members or healthcare professionals ensures that the tone of social settings remains light and positive. By balancing honesty about your health with a focus on your well-being, you can engage more meaningfully with others while maintaining a strong, positive self-image. 7. Don't overexpose your financial anxieties. Highlight what brings you joy instead. As we grow older, financial concerns can become a pressing issue. Managing retirement savings, healthcare costs, and other expenses often causes anxiety. However, openly sharing financial worries in public settings can make others uncomfortable or lead them to perceive you as vulnerable. While it's normal to feel concerned about finances, discussing those worries too often can shift the focus away from your independence and onto your struggles. Saying things like, I don't know if I can afford that anymore, or I'm worried about running out of money, can foster a sense of scarcity both in your own mindset and in how others view your situation. Instead of letting financial anxieties dominate your conversations, focus on the simple joys in life that aren't tied to money. You might say, I'm making the most of what I have and enjoying the little things. Or, I've found so much pleasure in activities that don't cost much at all, like spending time with loved ones or enjoying nature. This shift in language not only projects a more positive outlook, but also reinforces a sense of contentment and resourcefulness. Financial anxieties are best discussed privately with trusted family members or financial advisors. By keeping these conversations out of casual public settings, you maintain a sense of control over your situation and project an image of independence and self sufficiency. It's also important to remind yourself that financial stability is not the sole determinant of happiness. Many of life's greatest joys, family, friendships, nature, personal passions, don't require significant financial investment. By focusing on these fulfilling aspects of life, you allow others to see you as someone who is living with purpose and joy, regardless of financial circumstances. Shifting your perspective from financial scarcity to emotional abundance helps create a more balanced and positive outlook, both for yourself and for those around you.
M8. Avoid criticizing or comparing yourself to others. Appreciate your unique journey. As we age, the temptation to compare ourselves to others can intensify. You might observe friends or acquaintances who seem more physically active or mentally sharp, or you may hear about someone achieving something that feels out of reach for you now. These comparisons can easily lead to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. Thoughts like, I wish I could still do that, or why am I not as energetic as them, often cause unnecessary self-doubt and focus attention on what you perceive to have lost over time. But it's important to remember that every person's journey is unique, shaped by different circumstances, challenges, and opportunities. The lives of others are not a yardstick by which to measure your own, because your path is unlike anyone else's. What you've experienced, overcome, and contributed throughout your life is deeply personal and equally valuable. Instead of comparing yourself to others, remind yourself of all you've achieved. You might say, I'm proud of what I've done and the wisdom I've gained along the way. This simple shift in language allows you to take ownership of your life story and appreciate its richness. Comparing yourself to others often overlooks the reality that everyone faces their own challenges. The people you see as thriving may have struggles you aren't aware of, just as your own life holds victories others might not see. By letting go of comparison, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure and open up to greater peace and contentment with your own life. It's equally important to avoid criticizing others, as this too can stem from insecurity or comparison. When you catch yourself judging someone else's lifestyle or choices, pause and reflect. Everyone is on their own journey, and their choices are shaped by experiences you might not fully understand. Shifting your mindset from criticism to empathy fosters stronger, more meaningful connections with those around you. Saying, everyone has their own path and I'm focusing on mine, not only promotes a more positive outlook, but also enhances the quality of your relationships. At the end of the day, life is not a competition, and it's not about measuring up to anyone else's experiences. Your journey is valuable in its own right, filled with lessons, growth, and achievements that are uniquely yours. By celebrating your path without comparison or judgment, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment and gratitude. This mindset helps you embrace the present moment, appreciating the beauty of your life just as it is. 9. Don't share regrets in a negative way. Transform them into wisdom and growth. As we age, it's natural to reflect on past choices and sometimes feel regret for missed opportunities or decisions we wish had gone differently. Statements like, I wish I had done things differently, or if only I had taken that chance, can leave you feeling trapped in the past, focusing on what can no longer be changed. However, regrets, while unavoidable, do not have to define how you view your life or how you talk about it. Instead, they can be turned into valuable lessons that showcase personal growth. Rather than dwelling on regret, try reframing your experiences as the sources of wisdom. For example, instead of saying, I regret not pursuing that opportunity, consider, that experience taught me important lessons that have shaped who I am today. This shift in perspective not only helps you view your life with more compassion, but it also allows you to use your experiences as tools for teaching and inspiring others. Sharing how you've learned from life's challenges creates a positive narrative, turning past regrets into moments of personal growth. It's also important to remember that everyone has regrets. This is part of the human experience. By acknowledging that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time, you foster self compassion and peace. Say, I've learned and grown from my choices, and I'm proud of who I've become. This approach helps lift the emotional weight of regret and reminds you that you're not defined by past decisions, but by the wisdom gained from them. Additionally, instead of focusing on what can't be changed, consider what you can still do. Life after 65 is full of opportunities to explore new hobbies, relationships, or experiences. Embrace the idea that it's never too late to pursue something meaningful, even in a different way. This forward thinking mindset helps you focus on the present and future rather than the past. By transforming regret into wisdom, you not only release emotional burdens, but also inspire others to see their own regrets as opportunities for growth. This shift allows you to live more fully, embracing the lessons of the past without letting them hold you back from enjoying the present. 10. Don't talk about your weaknesses or powerlessness. Highlight your resilience and adaptability. As we age, it's easy to focus on the physical limitations that may come with time. Perhaps you don't move as quickly as you used to, or certain tasks take more effort than before. However, constantly speaking about your weaknesses or powerlessness can inadvertently reinforce a sense of helplessness, both in yourself and in the minds of others. Statements like, I can't do this on my own anymore, or I'm too weak for that now, may feel like honest reflections of your current abilities, but they frame your experience of aging in a negative light. The truth is, while aging does bring challenges, it also brings incredible strength, just not always in the physical sense. The resilience you've built over decades, the resourcefulness you've developed, and your ability to adapt to new situations are just as important, if not more so, than the physical strength of your youth. It's essential to shift the focus from what you can't do to what you can do and how you've learned to navigate life with wisdom and creativity. Instead of saying, I'm not as strong as I used to be, try reframing it as, I've learned to approach things differently and I'm proud of how I've adapted. Or rather than expressing, I can't keep up anymore, you could say, I've found new ways to enjoy life that suit where I am now. This shift not only boosts your self esteem, but also reminds others that aging doesn't diminish your value. It simply changes the way you engage with the world. Adapting to aging is a testament to your inner strength and flexibility. Every small adjustment, whether it's finding new hobbies, modifying your daily routines, or discovering tools that make life easier, demonstrates your ability to thrive in changing circumstances. This kind of resilience is something to be proud of, and it's a powerful message to share with others. Moreover, when you talk about your adaptability, you inspire those around you, especially younger generations. You show them that life doesn't stop at 65 or 70, it simply evolves. There's great value in demonstrating that you can continue to live fully, no matter the circumstances. Your story of resilience rather than powerlessness sets an example for others that challenges are meant to be faced and overcome. Remember, you are far more than the limitations you experience. You are a living testament to decades of growth, learning, and perseverance. By choosing to speak about your adaptability, you honor the strength that has carried you through life's challenges and continue to remind yourself and others of the incredible power you possess. Aging may change your abilities, but it cannot take away the resilience and wisdom that define who you are. Conclusion: the power of words after 65. As we age, the words we use to describe ourselves become even more powerful. They shape our perception of our own lives, influence how others see us, and ultimately affect our sense of well being. By avoiding negative language and focusing on the positives, our strengths, our adaptability, our capacity to learn, and our rich life experiences, we can continue to live with purpose, dignity, and joy. Aging is not about retreating from life. It's about stepping into a new chapter with grace and optimism. The way we talk about ourselves should reflect all that we've achieved, all that we continue to offer, and the endless possibilities that still lie ahead. By choosing to speak positively about ourselves, we not only uplift our own spirits, but also inspire those around us to see aging as a journey of growth, enrichment, and fulfillment. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.